New parameter. What if based on what? Let's select this. Now you say new parameter. It's a whole number 1 to 20. Add a slicer to the page. Let's see what happens. So now these parameters are not helpful at the moment, but this is more like a what if function which is available in the Excel sheet, which can be made use of over here. Now let's check the type of the data. So if you go here and you have a type of the data, you can change the type of the data based on what it is. You can change it to true, false, binary, date, time, any other format, and you can set the text. So when you have a decimal number, for example, you can't do that. So let's stick to this. If I make this as a decimal number, everybody would be moved to decibels, but there are some errors as well because this can't be changed to. And the format, what kind of currency, date, time, what do you want to do? You can categorize the column into this is all about address, right? So you can say this is of type address, this is of type address, this is again an address, this is also a type of address. So when you go out, in this case, table customers, so if you expand this, address is one, city is one, company name is there, postal code, region are there, and when we say count, it can give us a count as well. So you would find address count over here, and so this summarization table is basically used to categorize, summarize whatever you've been using over here. All right, close. Now we saw roles about row level security and the column level security. Then there's a grouping mechanism. So if you want something of type, let's say city, so we are looking to group cities. So you want all A's to be group, so you say group, so this is one group. All B's to be group, right? So all the B's, I'm doing control and click and I say group. So and include the other group. So rest all are ungrouped is the other group. And I say okay. So this hierarchy would be there for the city. So city groups have basically, we have broken down city into these three groups. So grouping mechanism is something what we can do. Similarly, we can undo the groups. So we can say ungroup, we can say ungroup, and we can say ungroup. And we say cancel. Or rather, what we can do is we edit the groups, right? We say ungroup, and we say ungroup. Yeah, that's about it. So this all will take us, so this all will complete our grouping thing. In this case, you can just go ahead and delete it and the groups get removed. City still stays, group is edited, they will go off. Yes, it's gone. So grouping, ungrouping, categorizing, it's fine. Formatting, if you have a number and you want decimals beyond it. So let's take a telephone number to show you a format, or any other numeric field which is present over here. It's not present over here. Let's try to do this. Let's go to our invoices table and let's try to play with the value if it's available. Yeah, unit price, discount, extended price, freight. So now if you want to change it and you want to add zeros, you can pretty much do that. So you can say it is the format of decimal number and that's why it is having 2 digits. You want to increase the 2 digits to 3 digits, you can do so. 3 digits are there. You can have a dollar sign in front of it. Pretty much you can have probably a euro sign in front of it. for example, and it would reflect the euro sign, right? And you can obviously add zeros. You want commas in it, or you don't want. Certain places commas are denoted in certain countries as decimals, so it is decimals, or else it is comma. So with this is the modeling part of the tables what we have, right? Then there is a modeling part of the relationships. Relationships has the same row level security as managed roles, view roles as security as well. And similarly, at the chart level, the what do you dashboard level, you have certain more columns sort by, which we already saw. It is there in this tabular format of the data as well. Similarly, in the view, please don't forget that these options of showing a grid line just to have a better placement of the report. Do you want to lock the object so that there is no overlap, or by mistake a drag of existing visuals onto the other? Do you want to sync slicer? Sync slicer is a very important feature which has recently been introduced in Power BI Desktop, which allows you to have the selection on any of the pages. The pages are at the bottom. Any of the pages sync to a particular slicer on any other page. In that case, you wouldn't have to select the same filter over and over again and on every page. So this is a very helpful feature to be used in Power BI Desktop and while making dashboards. Selection pane, if you need something, you can have the selection pane and the tab order, which we saw last time. Bookmarks pane, a rarely used feature but good to have. Performance analyzer will help you to identify what would be the load on every query or on every particular visuals along with the data. Where are the performance lags which you can improve up? So overall, what we did over here is, yeah, yes, so we saw all of these. With this, we conclude the modeling and the view menu options we studied in very great depths, and we are now ready to explore Power BI Desktop further, make our own dashboards, and going forward, deploy it, use it, and go for the best practices. Thank you.